Hi, Pushwinder.
Namaste, sir. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Absolutely great, sir. Absolutely great. Absolutely okay, sir.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, can you please tell me about your culinary background and experience first?
Sir, my name I am as a chef by profession. I start my career in Hayat Agency, Mumbai, Maharashtra in 2007. Then I worked there for 3 years. Then I moved to Grand Hyatt, Egypt for the 2 year. I worked there as an Indian chef. I got a chance to internal transfer, Hayat to Hayat. I 2 year worked there. Then I moved back to open JW Marriott Missouri as a again Indian chef, junior sous chef position. Then I 3 year worked there. Then I got a internal transfer to JW Marriott Pune. I worked there for almost 6 years. So last 3 year I am at Dalila Palace Jaipur right now, working as chef de cuisine position. This is my culinary
Great.
experience.
So,
Yeah.
Pushwinder, what inspired you to become a chef? If you could tell me.
Sir, as in my childhood, especially my mom and my dad, both are the great cook. My father cooked very occasionally and not every day, very occasionally. But when my father cook, this is a very good and expect like we can say this very excited time for us to eat food from my chef, my father's hand. He is very good cook. So that time I inspire myself to become a chef. So this small thing in childhood memory we can say small things who inspire us to be a good chef.
So, in general, we can say your parents or your rather your family inspired you to
Yeah,
become a chef.
absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay. What are
yeah.
your long-term career goals?
So long-term career goal in these days, especially whenever we cook the food as a chef, we always focus on nutrition of the ingredient. We no put any just masalas and all this thing and destroy all the nutrition value of the ingredient. We have to more focus on the ingredient to cook better food. My long-term goal, I will be a chef only. I don't want to become any other position. I become the chef only. I love to cook. I'm in the chef de cuisine position. I love to cook. Every day I'm cook food for the my all the guests with the dietary preferences. Yeah.
So you said your long-term career goals are, if I sum that up, is to be a chef only, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
So what are the cuisines you're most experienced in? Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, absolutely. When my I was in my cooking school, cooking institute of hotel management, YMCA hotel management, I done in Mumbai, as I already mentioned. So that time, who's my chefs, who's teach us to how to cook food and all these things. They told me, Pushpinder, you have to become the continental chef because continental chef is very rare that time to find in India. And they mentioned me very clearly, we don't go with the Indian cuisine because Indian cuisine have lots of work and lots of recipe to follow and all these things. So that time, one thing,
Pushwinder,
sorry,
can you
yeah,
repeat last line which you said about the Indian cuisines?
sir, Indian cuisine, my chefs told me to go first with the continental cuisine one. But I choose my Indian cuisine because I know, as I already mentioned, I know the very few ingredient which used my father, my mom cooked food at home. So I love to that ingredient. I want to play and I want to cook the food with that ingredient. So I choose the Indian cuisine, which is in these days, especially in these days after COVID, is very famous because of all the Ayurvedic food and all these things, which help to rid out of from the COVID, especially during the COVID period. Yeah. So
Can you
most probably I'm
elaborate
working in the
on
Indian.
some of the dishes?
So dishes as as last year in 2023, our government also uh, declared the 2023 the millet year. So I mostly last 1 year I mostly focus on the some millet preparations like quinoa, white quinoa, red quinoa, and black quinoa, and millets or like jawar, bajra, and all these things. I we are very surprising if I say we have bajra, jawar. They have lots of nutrition value which we as general people we missed for last maybe more 20-25 years in our diet food. So in these ingredients very important for our daily routine diet preferences. Yeah,
Great.
yeah,
So, how do you ensure consistency in your dishes? In your, rather, I would say, how do you ensure consistency in your dishes quality?
yeah. Sir, for the consistency in the if and my recipes, my food, we have as we do right now. We standardize the recipes. First, we try it with some ingredient and we create a one food dish with the good recipe. Then we frame the recipe to teach my colleague, to teach my juniors to be a same consistency food. So we standardize the recipe for the food consistency. Yeah, yeah,
You standardize.
absolutely, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, people hiring,
How do
interview, and yeah,
you
all this.
see in I would say in last 6 to 7 years, the
Yeah,
culinary trends have changed a lot, right? Prior COVID, it
you're
was
right.
something else, and post COVID, it was focused more on nutrition-based dishes. So,
Absolutely.
how do you stay updated with these culinary trends?
Sir, as you already well mentioned, after COVID, people, they prospect of the life, how they being the life is, people is totally changed with their diet preferences. They know
Uh-huh.
the nutrition value of the all the ingredient. As you say, in these days, social media is very well popular to uh, so we can stay ourselves in the same platform with the new updates and all these things. Yeah. Yeah. So social media has helped us to stay on updated one. Yeah.
So you use social media to stay updated with the current trends,
Yeah,
right?
social media, newspapers, new recipes. I see the interview of the best chefs in the world, and I see interview on the Ayurvedic food as well. These small things help us to update it in the same life trend.
Great.
Yeah,
So you would be a fan of MasterChef?
I would be the founder of the master chef, but in these days I can say everyone is there. They he's and she's on the in their career they are master chef because everyone they create dishes with their own passion. I can't say one or two, maybe or ten master chef.
Wasn't there any desire to participate in MasterChef?
Not any much desire to participate with, as they work in that small period of the master chef in the session in the any session. We also create dishes for as per our guest requirement. When one time our guest came and they mention us their dietary preference, then I get connected with the guest. I know why they are choosing this kind of diet and all this. Then we know about this diet is good for what, this diet is good for what. So we, based on their diet plan, we create our dishes also. So we teach our colleague. I'm always happy to teach my colleague to how to prepare the nutrition food. Yeah.
Great. So, can you please walk me through your kitchen organization and workflow, the
Sir,
present
kitchen
kitchen that you
organization.
work?
Yeah, as we have one executive chef who's take care all the kitchens. So I am the chef de cuisine number two position there. So we have some different five different kitchens like event kitchen, we can say the wedding banquet kitchen. We cook the in bulk food. Then we have some specialty restaurant. We cook as just one cuisine for specialty cuisine like Italian cuisine, like regional cuisine, like Rajasthani cuisine, regional any cuisine, maybe some Northwest Frontier cuisine. So this is a specialty kitchen, and we have one coffee shop kitchen which run 24 into 7 for the end, fulfill our guest requirement for entire the day. Yeah, entire day and night.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you develop, if I would say this, how would you develop new menu ideas?
New menu ideas depend on guest requests in these days, as you already mentioned, for the social media trending foods based on our creativity on the new recipes. Then we develop the some good menus for that. Yeah, because we
Okay.
have to follow the with menu is very balanced with the all the dietitian food. We can't say I keep all the menu with the all the healthy food option. People like burger, pizza, pasta, everything they like. We have to keep these items also, but we keep the one good page, which are creativities. We can say healthy menu in these days. Yeah, or well-being menu. We can say. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, you are based out of Rajasthan, right?
Right now, I'm currently working in Rajasthan, sir. Yeah,
Hmm. So,
yeah.
which is your favorite dish from, if I would say, in Rajasthan?
So Raji, right now, my favorite dish is very good is bajra khichdi because I want to create or I want to make dishes with the millet much. So people they can experience the dishes because when we say bajra, I watch the bajra dish like millet, pearl millet. People is making their face. We don't want to eat bajra, millet, and all this. But when we create the dish like khichdi, we can say bajra khichdi. When people eat one spoon, then they realize the bajra we can make the with different varieties, and people like it.
Bajra khichdi is your
Yeah,
most
absolutely.
favorite.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Bajra khichdi. Yeah.
how do you balance flavors and texture in any particular dish?
Sir, as we always follow the standard recipes, so balance the ingredient. We don't want to miss out our ingredient taste, which one main ingredient, like we can say bajra. We use the all the spices according their, so we don't want to burn their real taste of ingredient. So we use the ingredient, all the spices accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
How would you manage a high pressure kitchen environment?
So these all depend on, I would say, depend on experience. When I was in my first job
Say,
as a fresher,
I know, but let's say you expected a crowd of around say 100 people at your
yeah,
restaurant,
yeah,
but somehow the waiting list keep on increasing and now
yeah.
you have to serve around 400 people. How would you manage that?
Sir,
And
we
they
all, yeah,
they are a mix of Indians, say Europeans,
yeah,
Americans, etc.
yeah. Sir,
How would
as
you
you
manage
already
that?
mentioned, yeah, manage the this people crowd, guest crowd. We make the menu which we right now using. The menu is based on Indian, Asian, continental food as well. As we always keep the Misa, we can't say 400. If I have Misa for the 100 packs, I can't say I can make the same and food for the 400 people. We can make around 150, 170, 100 feet. But when you already mentioned, if I see the my waiting list is increasing. So as the chef in charge, this is my duty to keep one or two people in the same team on the side and brief them to keep the misa more ready by the side. So I have two people who's cooking food for the current guest. I have two or three people, four people maybe in the team member who's making the new misa. Misa is we can say like mise plus prep for my food. So this is as a chef in charge, my responsibility to manage the show that time, and we always manage this thing. Yeah, with my
See,
team. I can't say I do any all things alone. They all depend on one team. Yeah,
working in a kitchen can be very pressurizing at times. How would you handle conflicts or disagreements in the kitchen?
absolutely. This is a quite pressurable job when we know as a chef in charge, as we know that we have some maybe 100 guest booking. So sometime my team, one or two team members not available to for work. They maybe say some personal issue with this. So we have to manage with the. I know the all the capability of my team members. So I know this guy can cook the food. This guy can make the good garnishes of the dishes. This guy can prep the food very well. So we manage according to that. I know I have to know as a chef in charge my capability of the my key players.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, my next question would be, how would you prioritize your task and delegate the responsibilities?
sir, it depend on guest required. This is not I can say this is my task. Depend on which task we need to first and second and third for as a prioritization. As I mentioned you, this depend on my team. I can't do all things in my hand. So I have my junior sous chef, chef de partie, demi chef de partie. I divide their work as their destination as their capabilities also, and they done a great job.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that brings me to another question. What measures do you take to ensure food safety? Can you elaborate on that?
Food safety, we check the start with the raw material quality checks, which we when we receive the raw material in our receiving, we have all the parameters, check the hygiene point, check all the temperature measurement and all these things, and storage, especially the hygienic storage and all. Then our prep area where we done all the cutting and preparation for the vegetarian and we are non-vegetarian the separate one. Veg prep and non-veg prep is separate one. We always make sure there is no cross contaminations with the food, and we always take care all the hygiene part for the cook the food on right temperature and serve the food on right temperature. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So how do you ensure cleanliness and organization in your kitchen?
Sir, cleanliness is everyone responsibilities. Even my team member, all the team member we are working in the kitchen. All the responsibility for the cleanliness and keep the kitchen clean and as per hygiene standards with the food safety guidelines and all these things. We
Okay.
always we have sometime we not sometime we show the time for every half an hour. Everyone who's working in their station they have to stop for 1 or 2 minutes and sanitize their station properly. Then they restart rework again. We have certain timelines for the cleanness and all these things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How would you handle a last minute menu change?
For the guest request, absolutely. In these days, we can't say no to for dishes. We cooked food as per.
Let
Yes. Yeah,
uh,
please.
Finder,
Yeah.
let me include another part in that particular question. How would you
Yeah.
handle a last minute menu change? And also let me know if a key ingredient is unavailable, how would you
Okay.
do go forward?
Yeah. So first
You
thing,
you got you got the
yes,
question completed.
absolutely. I got the question. First thing, as a professional culinary, as a culinary, I work in the culinary as a chef. We can't say no to for anything as per guest request. Yes, as you mentioned, sometimes their particular ingredient is not available. Then we suggest and give the alternative to the guest for another thing, which is a similar one. So most probably time people understand and they appreciate our another item valuation and they agree with that alternative things. Yeah, with the alternative things.
So you share an option with the guests.
We share the option with the guest. We give the option to the guest. Sorry, this maybe because of this menu change and all this ingredients not available. Then right now in this moment, if you okay with that, we can make the this one. We offer the alternative which similar to that preparation. And as I work in hotel, sometime people. They agree with that if maybe they ask me some special ingredient in the during the lunchtime and this time lunchtime this ingredient is not available, so I try to do my best to get the same ingredient the same day in the dinner time. So guests are agree maybe we eat this right now and we in the dinner time eat their as per their preferences. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Any challenge that you remember while your work that you can elaborate on, and how you overcome that particular challenge?
Sir, as we work in with the always we work with the equipments. We have sometime we have challenge with the equipments. As we can mention one time, my gas pressure is not as much as we required for the cooking method for the cooking. My gas pressure is not come as we need. So that we restaurant is busy. We are running with the long orders and all these things. And I told my engineering guys, please increase the gas pressure. There, how anyhow there some technical issue in the pipeline. So we can't play that time with the pipeline. So immediately I call my sportive team, which we can say kitchen stewarding team. I called my team members. They get me the some inductions, electric induction. We put the electric induction immediately beside our stations. Then we cook the food in the inductions. So we manage with the gas issue, equipment issues.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you improvised.
Yes, absolutely, sir. We have to
Okay.
improvise. We can't say, as we already mentioned, we can't say no. We can't go with that delay for food and all these things because food is very soft thing to people. If they say to no to anything, if maybe you say, okay, you love to eat kadi chawal today, or I say no, sir, I can't make kadi chawal. So this is small thing, maybe touch your heart. You say how the chef says no to for small things. So we have to little elaborate with the menu, with the choices, with the alternatives, with the trends and all these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is one particular dish that you can you yourself can have it on a regular
Sir,
basis?
in the regular basis, in these days, I already mentioned you with the bajra khichdi because if I not go with Not go with the bajra roti or maybe jawar roti, which were not fulfill my nutrition value. So one time I have to eat some maybe bajra roti or maybe bajra khichdi, maybe bajra kheer and all these things. So by the millet preparation, I'm always happy to have this in the same times every day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh, Now, similar situation. What is the best preparation that you can offer your guest?
always I
Any
am best.
veg or
I
non-veg?
can say. Yeah, veg. We always prefer the vegetarian food because these things in the people's mind, vegetarian food is not healthy food. Absolutely wrong. Vegetarian food have no lots of nutrition value as compared to non-vegetarian food. So we always try to offer our guest fresh ingredient food, fresh availability, fresh ingredient, fresh from the market. So we always try to make food with the fresh ingredients. I always prefer and offer to my guests these things.
Uh, by the question I meant was which dish, what is your preparation which is most liked by the people who visit your restaurant?
In these days, always prefer to have quinoa with any kind of. Sometime I make quinoa, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, quinoa have some different kind, red quinoa, white quinoa, black quinoa. So you always try to prepare food with the quinoa because in these days quinoa is very trending food. I cooked as per their preference. If they want to eat Indian food, I eat some quinoa biryani with that. If they want to go with Italian food,
How
I
do
cook
you,
the
how, Pushwinder,
yeah.
how do you prepare quinoa biryani? Can you please elaborate?
Absolutely, sir. We have to, as this is the main ingredient of the quinoa. We
Let's
have,
assume the quantity. Let's assume the number of guests as two. How would you
okay.
prepare?
Sir, we have to keep 100 gram quinoa, the boiled quinoa. We need to boil the quinoa first and stain it and keep it aside. Then some fresh veggies as per maybe guest required. If not guest required, we some fresh veggies from farm, fresh from the day. All the keep the veggies maybe three or four mixed vegetables, and we have
Which
some
vegetable? Can you please
w-
also name the
in
vegetable that you
we
regularly use?
absolutely yeah in maybe in carrot, bell pepper, yellow and red one, sometime capsicum, green one. We use broccoli. We use French beans. In this, we use green peas, mutter, in especially in the biryani. This is the absolutely basic food, basic ingredient, vegetables. But if we can add as per guest required, sometimes we add asparagus as well. Sometimes we add spinach, bok choy, and all these things. So all the veg, and we keep us use yogurt and some flavored with some Indian whole spices. So we cook the biryani with these things for the two people.
No, how can you please elaborate on the complete procedure?
Yeah, we with the boiled quinoa, some raw vegetables. We just take a pan, add some ghee. I can't say oil. I most probably in my cuisine I use ghee or mustard oil. As we cooking is especially healthy food, so I prefer the mustard oil. So I take a one pan, add some mustard oil, add some freshly cut sliced onions, saute it well.
So, sorry to interrupt you. You
Yeah,
said
yeah,
mustard oil is healthy. That's why you use mustard oil, right?
absolutely, sir. Mustard oil is better than the
Which
refined
brand of
oils.
mustard oil you think is which brand of mustard oil you use, and how
Sir,
do you
we
ensure
can't say,
mustard oil that you
yeah.
use is healthy?
Sir, we most probably use, we can't say one brand, we use the Kachi Ghani mustard oil, which produce the very local Kolu machines nearby around us. So we take the mustard oil from them, and then we cook the food with the mustard oils. As we in the recipes, I add some onions, some vegetables, saute well. Then I add some whole spices like freshly ground spices like coriander powder, little garam masala, freshly turmeric powder, little bit Kashmiri chili, and then we add some freshly baked yogurt. Just saute it well. Then add some vegetables, saute again for 2 to 5 minutes. Then I add quinoa and keep it on the very slow flame for next 10 to 12 minutes. So after 10 to 12 minutes, we serve the biryani with the mixed vegetable raita, the yogurt and cucumber, tomato, and some mint, coriander. This is made with the raita.
What, uh, being a chef,
Yeah.
what is your focus area? I mean, the presentation or the quality or the taste of the food?
Sir, absolutely. You mentioned the three things we always focus. First thing are focus on authenticity of the food, freshness of the food, and third is the presentation of food. As we can say, if food looks good, they absolutely taste also good. Or people, when we serve the food in the table, they first see the look and feel of the food, fragrance of the food, and all these things.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, Pushwinder,
yeah.
uh, when I was in Jaipur, I stayed in Jaipur for close to 5 years.
Okay,
And
great, great.
during my stay, I was a regular at Rawat Kachori.
Okay, okay.
If I say if I ask you how would you prepare a Mawa Kachori?
Mawa kachori or Rawat kachori because they have some different things. But we prepare the
Same.
two kind of
But
kachoris here.
mine favorite are two types of kachoris. One is Mawa,
Okay,
another one is
okay.
onion.
Onion. As we prepare in my kitchen right now, we prepare two preparation of the kachori. One is, as you mentioned, onion kachori, pyaj kachori, and another one is dal kachori. So we can say we
Um,
make the. Yeah, sorry, please,
so
please.
if asked, how would you prepare Mawa Kachori?
Mawa kachori, sir, we have to keep the some freshly made mawa aside. Then we make the dough for the kachori with the white flour. Sorry, I'm not say this is a very healthy option, but as you already know, you this is choice by you, by choice by anyone. Even the I like the dal kachori more than the pyaj kachori. But as we explaining the mawa kachori, we keep the freshly made mawa on side. Then we keep the dough ready with the white flour, and we add some little bit ghee in it, some ajwain, whole ajwain, carom seed in it, a little salt, and make a dough for that. And we keep the roll of the dough and make it whole and keep the all the mawa which we have side like we can say 15 to 20 gram mawa in one portion. We keep it and we folded it and deep fried in the vegetable oil. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it took maybe around 10 to 12 minutes in the frying, in the slow heat frying, not very high flame, very slow heat frying. Then we mawa kachori is ready. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Then, then you prepare chashni and you dip the kachori
Uh,
in chashni.
yeah, this depend on I this Mawa Kachori. Everyone, as you already mentioned, the Rawat have some different recipes. Some another people who can make they have different recipes. But
Have you tried?
as
Have you
we
tried?
I've not tried the Rawat one. I've not tried the Rawat one, but many people want to dip in chutney. But as we this freshly made mawa, they have lots of sweet in it. So we no need to make more sweeter the kachori. We just stuff the mawa in the kachori dough. So if you want more sweeter, we can dip in the chutney and keep it aside, and we served. Some
Okay,
sprinkle of some ilachi powder or maybe some dry fruits.
great.
Yeah.
गन्ने की कड़ी बुनियाद, जिसे मराठी में खुडक्या और कुछ उत्तर भारत के क्षेत्रों में खुटकी भी कहा जाता है, उसे केवल भोलानाथ का 2-in-1 बैटरी ऑपरेटेड हार्वेस्टर कम ब्रश कटर आसानी से और बिना रुकावट के काट सकता है।